Also, I'm sorry, I have love for you guys, but America is also the great Satan. So you had a lot going against you for this one.
Oh yeah, you're Canadian, right, Rob?
That's right.
Where are you from?
I'm from Montreal.
Oh fuck yeah, I love Montreal.
Yeah, wonderful place. Well, that's the thing is I say America's the great Satan. I'm also not a big fan of, quote unquote, Canada as a country either. That's a whole problematic part of the whole World Cup stuff as well. You get this nationalistic sense that you find yourself getting sucked into. I don't really have much love or appreciation for, Canada's kind of like fake, resource extraction mafia masquerading as a country. But at the same time, I'll probably end up, Canada's in the World Cup this year and the players have worked really hard. They're kind of enjoyable to watch. I'll probably end up kind of cheering for them anyways. Yeah. I end up feeling kind of weird about it. I don't want to be nationalistic, but at the same time, I can't really help it.
There's some times where it's not like the end of the world. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was even thinking before, I was talking about planning something with my wife and I was like, wait a second, is that Super Bowl Sunday? And then we were like, oh yeah, we should move it, right? That's what we were looking for. And then I was like, you know what? Like America sucks shit for sure, but like there's some things about America that is sick, and I love the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like to me, that's like America's shit, and you know what I mean. So it's like there's some things that like are still it's okay to love about your country. You know what I mean? Especially because I've traveled around. I've been to 40 or 50 different countries at this point, and like. Most of them are the majority of them are better than this country for sure, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But there are definitely things that like I just love that America does that no one else does, and it's never like imperialism. You know what I mean? It's always just like, you know what's fun is that there's a Chipotle in every exit. You know what I mean? Like there's just like little things like that. You know what I mean? So it's like
eating fried foods and good snacks and having a cold one on the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
It's just cool. It's just cool regardless of any of that stuff.
My drummer is English, and so he always loves coming here and eating, and he calls it like drinking the poison drinks and the poison candy. And but he loves it, you know what I mean? So it's like, but we acknowledge that like you look at like a lot of the drinks you get, there's a thing called like ester of rosin in like all these like sports drinks and sodas and stuff. And you look it up and it's like gasoline. Like it's something crazy like that. And but he jokes about how he just like, he loves it. He's like, oh, give me all the poison drinks. You know what I mean? But it's like, so anyway, like that's more of a funny thing. Like, again, like most things that most countries do like aren't great. But like again, like you start rooting for the players and they just fucking want to win together, and it's like a tournament. It's like it doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna go in the street and be like USA. It's like get out of here, bro. I'm just watching some fun sports.
Yeah, like I remember when the Toronto Raptors won the NBA championship in 2019. Everyone at the bar started spontaneously singing the Canadian national anthem, and I was like, no, we're not doing this. No, I'm sorry. I'm drawing the line here. I'm not participating.
Yeah,
in
and
this.
especially that where it's like, oh, what is Kawhi Leonard from? Like, you know, isn't he, like he's not Canadian? Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. It's just the nationalist people like make nationalism whack, but it's like it doesn't mean that like you can't like, oh, I love the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like that's like whatever. It's a thing that America does. It's an American tradition, and I like it. Like that doesn't like make me on board with all the horrible shit that happens here too. You know what I mean? So. But I get what you mean. Like I didn't watch USA Today to be like, yeah, kill him, get him. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just watching it because it's fucking fun. And, you know what I mean? It's on at 1:00.
Yeah, I'm dreading Rob, you said you saw some today, but I'm really dreading like as the tournament goes on, and especially when the U.S. play. I think we're really going to see it when the U.S. plays Iran. All the people online who try to use that as a springboard for conversations around like U.S. foreign policy, which like, yeah, to your point, Tom, we don't agree with, but it's like none of the people on either side of the pitch have any say in that whatsoever. This is literally just a game. Like it's not that big of a deal. And the people who get really riled up in the nationalistic sense on this front, you know, they're mostly conservative anyway, or they're just like loser frat kids who wear like back-to-back World War champs tank tops and like still wear Reagan Bush t-shirts. Like they're losers anyway. Correct. Don't even join them.
Correct. This is just a collection of people who happen to be born in the same place playing together. and that's how they found.
Yeah.
That's what makes them a team.
I
That's
do
it.
find it.
Yeah.
I do find it kind of obnoxious and sanctimonious, though, when like teams like Iran play, and then in the media they take on these like hushed tones, being like, Iran, of course, is the location of a number of human rights violations and other barbaric actions.
So are we.
Well, that's the thing, and not defending anything that the Iranian government might do, but it's like it's pretty fucking rich coming from Americans, and they're like reading into the facial expressions and the body languages of the players. Is this a subtle protest by these players against the regime and stuff, where no one ever fucking does the same thing when it comes to the United States or Canada or any other of the rules-based
Oh my God.
international order that are out there fucking committing all kinds of atrocities all around the world on a daily basis? That always really frustrates me. You saw that with the Olympics in China as well.
Totally. But
Yeah.
we should make our own video when we should just grab a clip of the national anthem during the World Cup for the United States. Take out the audio and add our own narration. Be like, of course, the United States is home to the biggest prison population per capita. Millions of their people don't have health care, and millions more living paycheck to paycheck. And just like this, like, of course, this is happening. You'll never see that, but like any other country's color commentators could do that, but they just choose not to. It's just us talking about like, oh, there's this uprising in Iran. Well, there should be one here.
Thank you for listening to this sample of the Insurgents podcast. To hear the rest of this episode and for more bonus content, please subscribe at theinsurgents.substack.com.